no longer have Josh Bell. Dan Kolko covers the Washington Nationals on television, does a great job of it. He deals with all their shenanigans over the years on the field, whatever the Gatorade bath, whatever it is, he handles it well. Dan, how do you think they're handling this news? And why do you think the Washington Nationals believe that Josh Bell is still the 2019 first half guy and not the second half of 2019 into 2020?
Well, Greg, first of all, I'm shocked that you guys aren't devoting your entire show to the San Diego Padres, who it seems like are determined to sign or trade for every baseball player on planet Earth. But let's talk some Washington Nationals here. Josh Bell is a guy that fits exactly what they needed in a variety of different ways. Mike Rizzo's #1 goal heading into this offseason was to get a middle-of-the-order bat and ideally not spend a lot in terms of money or in terms of prospect capital. Josh Bell is under team control for 2 more seasons. Mike Rizzo hates trading for guys with only 1 more year of team control. So they have him for 2021 and 2022 at reasonable salaries. And they didn't need to give up their top 2 pitching prospects in Cade Cavalli and Jackson Rutledge, who they love, in order to get him. They give up Will Crow. They give up Eddie Yean. They like Yean a lot, but he's only 19 years old. He hasn't pitched above low A ball. So you have to give a little bit to get. And what they're getting in Josh Bell is a middle-of-the-order guy with a lot of pop, switch hitter. Defense isn't great. They're going to work with him on that. And they also trust Kevin Long, their hitting coach, to be able to dive into the film and find some things that can help Josh Bell get back on track. Is he going to be the first half of 2019 guy for all of next year and all of 22? Maybe, probably not. But if they can get him somewhat close to that, or maybe kind of a mix of what he was in the first half of 2019 and the second half, they feel like they've got a nice middle-of-the-order guy in their lineup.
Which Washington National player will be impacted the most by this addition?
Without a doubt, it's Juan Soto. And the Nationals needed to get some protection for their stud corner outfielder, whether he plays left next year or right. They needed to get a bat that could fill the Anthony Rendon role in terms of just making teams pitch to Juan Soto. Juan Soto played just 47 games in 2020 because of some COVID stuff and because of a minor injury. In those 47 games, he still accrued 12 intentional walks, which was the most in Major League Baseball by a significant margin. So they need to find a way to get teams to pitch to Juan Soto. He's one of the most dangerous hitters in Major League Baseball. They want to see him get pitches that he can do damage upon. And in order to do that, they needed someone hitting behind him that could force teams to attack him. Will Josh Bell definitely be that guy? They hope that he will, but maybe with Bell and another piece as well, they have a little bit more depth and a little bit more thump hitting behind Juan Soto that can allow him to put up some of those monster numbers that we saw in 2019.
Okay, how does adding Josh Bell impact the future of Ryan Zimmerman with this organization?
Well, in some ways, Greg, you hear about this addition and you think, if you're a Nationals fan, oh no, that might be bad news for Zim. I think it might be the opposite, because as I said, Josh Bell has limitations defensively, and Ryan Zimmerman is a very good defensive first baseman. Zim also rakes against left-handed pitching, and his numbers against left-handed pitching have actually gotten better over the course of his career. And Josh Bell is a better left-handed hitter than he is right-handed hitter. So Ryan Zimmerman has expressed a desire to return to the Nationals, the only organization he's ever known. His nickname around here is Mr. National. He is in some ways the face of the organization, both in the clubhouse and forward-facing to the community. So Zim wants to come back. I think the Nationals would like to find a way to bring him back. And to me, it now makes even more sense than it might have before, because of Josh Bell's defensive abilities and because Zim could be their guy against left-handed pitching.
I think Josh Bell's bouncing back in a big way. I think he's going to be terrific with the Washington Nationals. Sometimes you just need a change of scenery. That's a championship scenery that they've got there in D.C. Hey, Dan Kolko, well done. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it, man.
You got it, Greg. Take care.
All right, let's bring you back in the studio.